Okay, so welcome to day 5 of the 21-day challenge I have set myself to speak to ceremony and ritual and how that can then lead to a place of inner reverence. Today I'd like to talk about the messages and signs that our environment often send out to us. When I say environment, I especially mean the natural world. So, examples of this are, let's say in your house, how often have you seen a fly trying to get out the window and it just keeps hitting the window time after time without actually getting anywhere, but it doesn't stop it. Now, is that not a big message to many of us? It certainly is to me. Something that happened to me this morning was I have some courgette seeds growing and they're beginning to come up and the leaves are beginning to appear. And yesterday there was one and it just looked like it needed a little bit of help. I like to say help, but I have to, if I'm honest, interference would be a better word from me. And I removed the little seed from the leaves and nipped the leaf, thus damaging it. Me thinking I knew better. So one, the message was do not interfere, particularly in the journey of another, whether it be a plant, a human, whoever. But also too, why did I think I knew better than a plant, a seed that has been doing this job for years upon years upon years? So today, when I saw a similar situation, I thought, lesson learnt. I am not touching that. That plant knows exactly what to do. And 2 hours later, the seed had popped from the top and the leaves were there in all their glory. And I thought, there's another message. You know, if you just let things take their time, true to their own way and essence, it all works out in perfect timing. We often see signs in the road. We might be thinking about something and suddenly you see a billboard or an advertisement and it really draws your attention because you were thinking about something like that. Another message. Or you drop a book or open a newspaper and it opens at something and you think, gosh, I was thinking about that. Or there might be a message in there. It's always about paying attention, and it comes back to this place of presence and focus, and to some degree training yourself to do this. You have to remind yourself. Sometimes if I'm a little bit in a quandary about something, don't know how to make a decision, I just say to the universe, could you send me a sign? And actually, could you make it really obvious, because I'm not always that great at getting them. So what brought this on this morning was I was sitting in the garden and I was part of a group singing mantras. And I was really lucky to be able to do it in the garden. And it was very early morning, about 7 o'clock. And what I noticed was a big tree in the distance. And the light was shining on it. So it was only lighting up one aspect of the tree, but fully illuminating that side. Whereas the other side in the shade, in the shadow, was much darker. But what I also observed as I sat there and I watched it was that some of the light was getting through to the shadow side, to the darker side. And I was reminded of that Rumi quotation, the crack is where the light gets in. And it made me think the light is always there and the light can't get in, even into those darkest places. And now in the afternoon, of course, the sun has come round and has lit up that other side of the tree. It also reminded me that the light never goes away. The sun never disappears. It may be behind a cloud, but it's never gone. And I feel that's a really important message. Our light is never gone. It's just gone behind a cloud. And the cloud for me this weekend has been a lot around self-doubt. And I really felt that this was getting mirrored back. I'm on a workshop, and as we often know, we go on these personal development workshops, spiritual workshops, and all our stuff comes up and we think, oh dear God, I thought I cleared that. I thought I dealt with it, and here it comes again. So for me, there was stuff around shame, self-doubt, self-sabotaging, being weary of all this stuff still coming up. And as I was observing the tree, I thought, no matter where the light shines, the tree doesn't change. Its essence remains the same. It's still a tree. So I was asking myself, so what's the message for me in this? And it was very much that, you know, I may feel or perceive myself as insecure, inadequate, but that's not who I am. That is not my essence. And whilst I may be feeling that, the light still gets into it. And indeed, when this is coming up, it's the light that's been shone on it. If it remained deep and dark in the shadows, I wouldn't be seeing it either. So I feel that we can learn so much from the messages that are around us if we just take the time to look and listen and feel into it. And it is open to interpretation, and that's down to you. But when we come to this place and we come to read the messages and see the messages and feel the messages, I don't know about you, I actually feel a different energy around it, less down on myself, and feel like supported, like all these beautiful things out there in the world are showing me who I am and helping me to hold that sense of inner reverence. So I hope that was helpful today. And thank you for all the beautiful comments. I've had so many, lovely comments, but lovely sharing of what we're talking about here. And as I said yesterday, the more you share, it's not just me sharing and doing what I feel is enabling people and adding to your lives. But then if we all come together, we can be doing the same for each other. And it's just not just my experience of this, but it's yours as well. So your sharing is enabling for others as well. Okay, so thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.